What's going on, guys? Happy to see you all. This weekend I was unable to get to a gun of the week. I was competing, had the kids, life, all that good stuff, but one of my many mottos, better late than never. So here we are on Tuesday. I'm going to catch you up. We'll go back to the gun of the week. And this week's gun of the week is Glock 17. Ooh, I know. Not everyone loves Glock, and it's one of those things that you either love it or you hate it, but I happen to love Glock. I'll explain why. It's nice and safe and empty, clear and empty chamber, empty mag. So here we go. We'll talk about it. So this is one of my Glock builds. This one is a Gen5 17, and we'll go front to back, tip to butt, whatever you prefer. So starting from the front, Parker mount machine, micro compensator, and barrel. I like the micro. It is small. The dual port comp sticks way out here, almost to the end of the Surefire. It's really, really big. It does help with recoil mitigation a lot, but sometimes the smaller things are better. Said no one ever, I know. But I really do like the smaller compensator. It actually does fit a little bit better in certain holsters and stuff like that you can get out there. Sometimes with the really, really long comps, you're going to have to buy holsters that are open-ended or something, and you know, it ends up sticking out the bottom like this out of the holster, and I don't know. I just don't think it looks good, but that's just a personal preference. But this is the micro, in case you guys are looking on the website. They're expensive, about 360 bucks, something like that. I've never had any issues with them. They fit very nice, fit pretty flush. They're specifically cut for the Gen 5s or whatever gen you want. You can get Gen 3s, Gen 4s, and Gen 5s. Really, really, really nice stuff. They shoot well. They do mitigate recoil. They work. They're just expensive. I haven't been able to get my hands on a Radian ramjet for the 17 yet. But when I do, maybe I'll do a comparison video to see what the PMM micro and the Radian Glock 17 ramjet, which one's better. Fight to the death. Just kidding. But yeah, so that's the Parker mount machine, comp, and barrel. The slide is a stock Glock 17 slide, but it was done up by a good buddy of mine, sent to the shop and chopped, and just added some slide serrations, top mounted serrations from my buddy Joey over at Infinite Irons Arms. He does some amazing machine work. He does all the cuts on the slide. He does just everything. If you go over to his page on Instagram, I'll link it down below. You can check out all the work that he does. He does awesome stuff. Definitely check him out. Also, since we're on the topic of Joey, he makes these extremely aesthetically pleasing, as well as functional, magazine extensions, +5s for the Glock magazines. They work very, very well. I run them in my competition because I do run my Platypus, and I run my Glock mags in my Platypus, and I run these magazines exactly, so they've never failed me. So they work very well. So he makes some amazing stuff. Check him out for sure. Moving back, again, the slide, talked about that. Holosun 507 competition, 2 MOA dot. Again, this has the ability to do, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4 different reticles. A lot of different reticles that it has the ability to do. But again, just a dot. Simple. It does have backup co-witness sights in case this does go down. I can still see through my optic and still align my iron sights as normal. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I have no idea what company these sights are from. They came on the gun when I bought it from a buddy of mine, or at least on the slide, and I don't know what they are, but they work. They're all blacked out, nothing special, no tritium or night sights or anything in it. Moving down from there, you probably seen one on my other gun. It's a Nomad Defense. This is the F9, or 9F, sorry. F stands for full size, 9mm. So this is their Their frame, all the same things from my Glock 45 build video, but it has these ledges, or these fattened ledges on either side. It's kind of hard to see the angle, but they are raised. Again, help with recoil. Nice undercut. Metal, or excuse me, it's an aluminum backstrap. Add a little bit of weight, and aluminum magazine mag well. Very, very nice. Comes right up to the edge, so you don't get hung up in certain mags fast. Everyone knows I like to insert fast, so don't want to get caught on the edges. But moving forward from there, Surefire, as always. I'm just kidding. I say as always. I have Streamlights. I have a lot of Streamlights. I also really like Streamlights. I've had a Streamlight on my work gun, which is a Glock 34. I've had a Streamlight on there 15 years. So I have nothing bad to say about Streamlight. They work really, really well. I just like the fact that to utilize a flashlight, at least if you do it properly, you can push forward to actuate the light instead of having to push down and hold like on the Streamlights. Streamlight, you have to push down and hold and let go, and that's momentary on and off, or you can flip it up and it stays on. I just don't like the pushing of the up and down. This one I can just put my thumb on the back, just the tip, and push forward. So that's one of the main reasons why I prefer the Surefire over the Streamlight, but I have nothing bad to say about Streamlight. They have worked. They have never failed on me in the rain, SWAT operations, everything. I've never had an issue, so not talking junk. So, and then on the inside, I have the Glock Performance Trigger. Glock Performance Triggers have replaced all of my Timney triggers. I have ran Timney triggers for a while, and I really, really like them, the Timney competition ones, but I have heard, I've read, I've had one of mine in another Glock build have some issues in the past, and once I have a trigger that starts giving me issues, I start to doubt its reliability, and I'm all about reliability, so I kind of take that and I get rid of that and I replace it with the Glock Performance Trigger. So far, they've been 100%. They've been great. I love the fact that they're a stock or an OEM part from Glock. I kind of built this gun to be more like a Super Duty type gun, so all the internals are stock with the exception of that is the Glock Performance Trigger, but I haven't touched any springs. The guide rod and recoil spring is the stock Glock 17 spring. I've never had any issues. I've never had any issues with different types of ammunition. I know sometimes with compensators, they could be picky. You have to start tuning the gun with different springs and weights and all that good stuff. But I have not had that issue with this gun. So leaving everything as stock as possible and only modifying the important things. That's kind of the motto I prescribe to, especially for duty stuff. Like I told you guys, I think I mentioned it with my EDCs. I don't touch the triggers or anything really at all. Just, again, keeping the reliability as 100% as I can. But I do extensively test my guns and shoot them. And if I have an issue with it, I change it and I figure out what the problem is. So, but yeah, that's that. That is my Glock 17 build. Again, if you got questions about parts or any of the stuff that I have on this, you can hit me up in the messages and the comments below. Check out Joey over at Infinite Iron Arms. I guess I'll pitch myself too since I'm doing this, but I do have a dynamic pistol class coming up on February 15th up at Okeechobee Shooting Sports. We are going to deep dive hardcore into pistol fundamentals and pistol shooting. The goal of the class is just, let's get better. Let's get faster draws. Let's get faster split times, or decrease the split times, whatever you want to call it. Decrease your draw time. Really get those times down there with also keeping your accuracy to a certain degree. So I'm going to set up a mini USPSA stage. We're going to talk about footwork. We're going to talk about movement. We're going to talk about the red dot and your sight confirmation on targets based on distance and your shooting skill. So there's gonna be a lot of good stuff in that. It's gonna be a real deep dive into pistol. I guarantee you, you're gonna leave there better than you came, and that's always my job, not only as an instructor to help you guys, but for me to get better. The more I teach and the more I see, the more things I can diagnose for other people, makes me look inward and see what I'm doing so I can better myself. So that's what we're doing, February 15th. If you guys want to be a part of that, go ahead to my website, and it's defense.us and click book, sign up, and I'll email you. Get yourself paid, get yourself a spot, come join us. Let's get better together, all right? I'm going to see you guys next week.